and IBF Vice President Bernardetto Montella of Italy at ringside. The British Boxing Board of Control steward, Mr. Cecil Ross. The timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Michael McCann of Harrow in Middlesex, and our judges at ringside scoring the contest, Mr. Roy Francis from Kent, Mr. Mark Green from Essex, and Mr. Ian John Lewis of Kent. And our referee in charge of the action this evening, one of Britain's leading referees and a leading referee in the world today, Mr. Dave Parris of London. Ladies and gentlemen, live and exclusive on Sky Sports from York Hall in Bethnal Green, it's big fight time. And Frank Warren proudly presents Championship Boxing, sponsored by Red Square, the champion drink that packs a punch. And introducing the boxers, firstly, fighting out of the red corner. He wears the red, white and blue trunks and weighed in at 11 stone exactly. He comes from Leeds and holds a 16-fight professional record, 13 wins, 6 wins by way of knockout with 3 losses. And comes to the ring, the challenger this evening. Please welcome James Lowther. And across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the silver trunks trimmed with white, black and red. Coming from Margate by way of Iran. He'll weighed in also at 11 stone exactly. He holds a 17-fight professional record, 15 wins, 12 wins coming by way of the big KO with 2 losses. He comes to the ring tonight, the current IBF Inter-Continental light middleweight champion, presenting Takaloo. Mr. Dave Parris will now give his instructions to both boxers.
Takaloo. I spoke to you both in the dressing room, boys. Punch with the knuckle part of the glove. If one of you goes down, the other goes to the furthest neutral corner. Break when I tell you to. Defend yourself at all times. Shake hands, boys. Good luck to you both.
We are scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds for the IBF Intercontinental Light Middleweight Championship.
Yes, another contest in the buzzing British light middleweight scene, featuring already Adrian Stone, Wayne Alexander, Richard Williams, Anthony Farnell and Steve Roberts, among others. Takaloo, one of those just below the leading 5. Lowther also looking to gate crash the picture. Takaloo with the exotic billing from Margate and Iran. His family left just after the revolution in Iran when he was 5 years old. He's the one in the silver trunks here tonight. Lowther, the taller man, with the reach advantage as well here. It ought to be a decent fight, you'd think anyway, Glenn.
Yeah, you'd think these two would make a good match when put together. Should be exciting.
Good fast hands from Takaloo. Lowther, who's come back from 3 straight defeats in his career, and Takaloo himself beaten by Jawad Khalik, stopped in 4 rounds, and by Michael Jones, and that might be significant because he would have a quite similar style to Lowther, boxing ability, lateral movement. But Takaloo's improved since those days, to be fair to him. Takaloo will look to get in close to land with his trademark body shots. Lowther needs to keep him away, you'd feel.
Well, it really is, what effect does Takaloo have when he hits Lowther on the chin? He's the bigger puncher of the two.
And remember, Lowther was, rather worryingly for him, beaten in 3 rounds by the journeyman, dangerous journeyman, David Baptiste. So is that a clue to what might happen here? All about to be revealed. It's the first defence of Takaloo's Intercontinental title he won against Howard Clark. Looked a bit low, the left hand from Lowther. But he's grown in confidence as well, and he will fancy that he can score what would be the biggest win of his career here.
Yes, you think as the rounds go on, Lowther's chances get better and better. You want to see Lowther using the jab, using his boxing ability.
Well worked by Takaloo. Closest opening round. It's Takaloo defending his Intercontinental light middleweight championship here with Jim McDonnell there. I remember when Jim was fighting, he used to have a pulse rate of 34, which is half that of a normal man. It's incredible, isn't it? He was that fit.
He's very, very fit. Still to this day does a lot of work with his fighters.
Second round, Takaloo in the silver trunks, the champion here, the likeable enthusiast, the non-stop talker. Lowther from the travelling family in Yorkshire, though he's not travelling anymore, he's on a permanent site, but he still lives in a caravan up there. Does his training in a backstreet gym in Featherstone.
That was a good uppercut from long range from Takaloo.
Be quite good if one of these two put on a really sizzling performance here that would make you think they could really mix it with the top guys in this division domestically.
Well, the winner's certainly going to feature amongst the top guys. So it's a great opportunity, and you know, there's some good paydays lie ahead in this division.
Vital fight for both men. Good hand speed from Takaloo. He's not really managed to land that cleanly as yet. And Lowther hasn't quite got his boxing together. Not really pumping out that jab. Just a bit of a chess match early.
Takaloo, the one who's trying to get through with more variety. He's trying to think about different sorts of shots.
The reach disadvantage a problem for Takaloo, but he's good and strong at 11 stone, natural at the weight. Neither man has yet, Glenn, really stamping any authority on it.
Not really, in this round, neither one being that accurate with their punches, both missing an awful lot.
Quite a bit hitting gloves as well. Obviously plenty of mutual respect between these two. Decent little left hand from Lowther, but I fancy it just clipped the glove of Takaloo.
Yes, that one looked like Takaloo just got his glove in the way. Both showing decent defense early on. As you said, plenty of respect for each other, but they're both catching the shots well.
Just tapped away at his left eye there, Takaloo, for some reason or another. Don't know whether there's any little problem or swelling.
Field returns to action against John Ruiz next week for the WBA World Heavyweight title. You can see it with us Sunday morning next week at 9, and it's repeated at 6:30 next Sunday, exclusive to Sky Sports Extra.
Round 3 coming up here in this Intercontinental Championship fight. Takaloo's silver trunks, the Union Jack style shorts of James Lowther. Takaloo looks as if he has a bit more menace in mind as he comes out for round 3.
Decent left hook from Lowther at the start of the round, just on the chin of Takaloo.
Maybe the phony war's over. Getting closer here, Takaloo. Lowther's going to have to be clever and cute to keep him away. Takaloo, who says he once went through a spell where he wasn't enjoying either the training or the boxing, felt he needed to be fitter, and he says for his style he feels he needs to be fitter than the average boxer, but he's got exactly the right trainer for that in Jim McDonnell. Looking the slightly more business-like of the two, Takaloo, early on, but there's not a lot in it, frankly.
No, there's not. And Lowther just using more straight punches in this round. That might suit him better as Takaloo's trying to land with the hooks.
Good right hand from Takaloo, twice over. This is better, meaty shots, body punch as well. Early on in his career, you wondered about Takaloo's real stamina for this business, particularly in that fight when he lost to Joaid Khalik, who's now the Commonwealth champion. He was on the floor that night and seemed to just be fading away. But I guess the improved training has helped him, all those runs on Margate Beach, and this is a good performance from him here so far in this round. He's starting to really take it to Lowther now.
Yes, he's just looking to get a bit busier, Takaloo, and that's what he needs to do. Lowther could box well if he can settle into his style.
Takaloo's camp reckon he's the best light middleweight in the country. It's a big call. It's something that he has to go out and prove, quite honestly. At the moment, most people would have him somewhere between 5 and 10, I reckon. And we can, in fact, take a look at how the British light middleweight picture looks. Adrian Stone in action soon against Joe Townsley at Plymouth on Sky. Wayne Alexander, what a great effort from him against Harry Simon for the world title at such short notice. The revelation of the year, Richard Williams at 3. Anthony Farnell doing nothing wrong from Manchester at 4. There are a couple of hard ones lately. Steve Roberts, who doesn't get a lot of publicity, but he's coming on nicely there at number 5. And then Takaloo we have at 9 at the moment. You could argue about the position of those lower 5, I guess.
Yes, you could, but yeah, there's some good fights out there for the winner of this one. Takaloo just settling down the quicker, just showing more variety, and you know, maybe just ahead here, just doing the better work, the better quality. Lowther hasn't really settled into his style.
4th round. Takaloo, remember the silver trunks here. Lowther just needs to pick it up a bit and start to impose himself on Takaloo, otherwise he's going to find the rounds drifting away from him.
Yes, Lowther has to be a bit more forceful with the left jab, double it up a bit, look for the straight right as well.
He's been a bit cautious, hasn't he, early on, maybe over-respectful of Takaloo's power.
Yes, he has had success with that left hook to the body. That's something he occasionally tries, but he's just stood off too much.
Takaloo loosening up, you feel, growing in confidence. Lowther does have good ring craft. He's an intelligent kind of fighter. Particularly impressive the night we saw him in his revenge win over Steve McCready. which was also for an Intercontinental title up at middleweight. But I think making light middle's no great problem for him. Good reflexes there from Takaloo. And a nice body shot. That's low, says Lowther. Indicates to the referee who's not interested.
Lowther's caught a few on the gloves in this round, still being quite defensive. He's going to have to commit himself more as the rounds go on.
Takaloo had a good win last time too against Jason Collins, Brendan Ingles' tricky fighter, and Collins went on to have a good win over Spencer Fearon, as if to frank that form.
Decent defensive work from Lowther, just picking off the shots in the gloves there.
But he's going to need more to win this fight. They went to touch gloves, and then Takaloo seemed to think better of it and tried a left hook instead.
Yeah, that brought a little shake of the head from Lowther. This is a pretty close round, both standing off, neither one prepared to commit themselves.
Still the impression that Lowther needs to do a wee bit more. He's caught by a body shot. And did the bell go in the middle of all that? I didn't hear it. If it did. Oh yeah, it did. Little gesture here where they were going to touch gloves, and then Takaloo thought, nah, I won't bother with that.
Yeah, Lowther was ready for it, caught the punch and shook his head in a bit disgust. Didn't like that from Takaloo.
Protect yourself at all times, gentlemen. Round 5. Takaloo with the silver trunks. 15 wins, 2 defeats. Lowther 13 wins, 3 defeats going into this one. With defence from Lowther, but he maybe will need a bit more by way of offence.
Well, he's catching the majority of Takaloo's punches. Maybe he feels he can just let Takaloo wear himself out a bit, come on later.
But here come the body shots from Takaloo, getting close enough. Lowther not keeping him away here in this little interlude. That stung Lowther into a bit of action. Maybe you're right, maybe he feels the later rounds will be more his territory. But you don't want to be slipping too far behind on the scorecards and give yourself too much to do.
Well, it's not as if Takaloo's doing a great deal either. You know, he's not commanding any of these rounds by any part of the imagination.
Just venturing forward almost for the first time himself. Trying to land a right hand over the top, Takaloo. Sometimes keeps his own left glove very, very low and might be open to the right hand. Takaloo, we haven't seen Lowther really try that yet. That's a good right-hand shot by Takaloo himself. Found the angle for that quite nicely. A bit better here from Lowther. Just starting to try to step it up and getting home with the body shot.
Yes, he has his occasional successes. You know, what he does manage to do is catch the punches that Takaloo throws quite well. That's all, just sapping the energy of Takaloo.
So far, the Yorkshireman just a bit negative and lacking in real self-belief in the fight. But maybe that will improve. Maybe that'll change. That's a good right hand from him as well. Best yet from Lowther.
Well, he stepped it up in the latter half of this round, but I think Takaloo did more early on.
Behind the corner there, Takaloo. His mother banned from the fights because, well, she once wanted to hit an opponent he had with a handbag in his amateur days.
Well, good enough reason to ban her. But the last thing you want your mother to start doing, beating up your opponents.
I think the family are nervous wrecks when they're watching him. His dad is supposed to video the fights, but he can't hold the camera, he's so nervous. This is the 6th round. Luckily, our cameramen are steady as always. And the silver trunks of Takaloo. 6th round. How are you scoring this at the moment then, Glenn?
I've got Takaloo a couple of points up. Have you got it, Ian?
Yep, same. 3 rounds to Takaloo, 1 even and 1 to Lowther. The last one. Here's the 6th.
Come about with the score, just 2 points ahead to Takaloo.
But neither of them putting up what you'd call a spectacular just yet.
Well, they've both got a lot of respect for each other. They know how much is at stake in this fight, what the future might hold for the winner. But you imagine as they start getting tired, they'll start making mistakes and it will just blend to a rougher fight.
This could boil up into a good finale, maybe, this one. The result is everything for both of them.
Still showing a decent defence, Lowther, when Takaloo does decide to try and open up a bit.
Noticeably just starting to step up his own work rate, Lowther. He's worked 1 or 2 things out as he's gone along here, doubles up on the hook, starting to throw in that right hand, I think, which could be a problem to Takaloo.
Well, Lowther might just feel the stronger man competing more at middleweight. He might feel stronger in there.
Finding it hard to get through with very many, Takaloo. Finding it hard maybe to just work out the style, struggling a little with the reach disadvantage.
When you're missing a lot, it just knocks the confidence a bit.
There's an awful lot that's missing, frankly, at the moment.
Lowther still keeps trying to that left hook with the body.
3 British judges, by the way, scoring this at ringside. Referee Dave Paris doesn't score. A bit of blood from the nose of Takaloo after a fairly uneventful round. Enza, why don't we have a word with the World Championship contender recently, Wayne Alexander, British champion at this weight, who's with Adam.
Wayne, halfway through the fight, they're showing a bit too much respect for each other, aren't they, with all at stake here?
Yeah, I had Takaloo winning 3 of the first 4 rounds, but the last 3 rounds have been even. I think Takaloo needs to pressure him more, put him under more pressure and unload him.
Lowther's starting to get control of the centre of the ring and unload that right hand, and Takaloo's keeping his left low. That could be worrying. Yeah,
and the left hook as well. He's got a good left hook and a good jab. I think Takaloo's got to put him under pressure and make Lowther work.
Do you think Lowther could enjoy the latter rounds because, of course, he is the middleweight coming down? He may be stronger.
Yeah, he looks stronger. Yeah, Takaloo seems a bit to be blowing a bit more than Lowther.
But at the moment, you've got Takaloo winning.
By a couple of rounds, yeah.
Thanks a lot, Wayne.
Wayne Alexander, who put up that terrific effort at 24 hours notice against Harry Simon, a world-class light middleweight recently. Let's hope there'll be other opportunities for him. 7th round of this one. silver trunks, remember, Takaloo of Margate and Iran. Lowther, though, is definitely growing in ambition. He seems to be fighting to a predetermined strategy to just step it up a little. And Takaloo bearing an uncanny resemblance, well, to my eyes anyway, to Eric Morales. Does look a bit like it, doesn't he?
He does. He does a little bit.
Morales, the somewhat fortunate winner over Houti Espadas last week for the WBC featherweight title, by all accounts. Good right hand from Lowther there. It's funny, I was talking to O.J. Abrahams, who of course has been around this business. He's troubled by the body shot there as well, Takaloo. And he was saying that in the gym, he reckons Takaloo is wide open to right hands over the top.
Well, Lowther landing some decent punches in this round. The right hand over the top is landing well, and the left hook to the body. So maybe, you know, he's spotted this, and now he's starting to bring this through.
Looks more relaxed in there now as well, Lowther. Starting to dance a little, lighter on his feet, upping the tempo. Problems, I reckon, at the moment for Takaloo, strategically. Does he find answers?
I just wonder if the confidence of Takaloo is, you know, starting to wear a bit.
Yep. I think that body shot definitely knocked something out of him, you know, earlier in the round.
Yeah, well, he was quick to back away when he seen that Lowther dipped his shoulder and knew another left hook to the body was coming.
Lowther's right back in this fight now in a serious way. And again, that right hand. He spotted that weakness and he's going to work on it. Just take a look at where the left glove is of Takaloo. But this is a good assault from the transplanted Iranian.
Yeah, decent work there from Takaloo, but Lowther keeping cool throughout.
Oh, now again that right hand. Listen to the crowd. Starting to get pretty animated. They sense here that Lowther is starting to come on strong. Well, it's getting interesting. I've now given Lowther the last 3 rounds.
Well, I've given 2 of the last 3, but I've now got the fight even on my card. I think Lowther's come right into this, and now this is looking a very good fight.
That's the breakdown of punches in round 7 only, not the whole fight. Lowther landing 27, Takaloo 13 in that round. Better precision too from the Yorkshireman. Team in the corner, Terry O'Neill, Mick Tranmer and Benny King on the cuts. Don't know if he's going to give us any more tracks from his Drifters album. I only do that because he likes that joke.
Yeah, I know.
He keeps telling me he likes that joke.
There's some good punches from Lowther. That right hand found the gap over the jab, and he exploited that well.
8th round. Lowther in those Union Jack style shorts of his. Decent boxing pedigree as an amateur. He boxed for Young England against Australia. Junior ABA champ as well, among a few other trophies.
Well, it's poised now on my card. I've got a dead level and all to fight for.
It's been slow to come to the boil, this fight, but there might be a good finish. Again, that left hand to the body from Lowther.
Lowther just keeping his head. He obviously has a game plan, knows what he's got to do in there.
Just didn't quite get there with the right cross, Takaloo. Otherwise it might have been interesting. It was thrown with mean intent, all right. What Lowther won't want to do is to be drawn into a real tear-up. He'll just want to use his clever boxing skills to stack up the points. Whether Takaloo allows him to do that will be crucial to the outcome. But this is very evenly poised just at the moment.
Well, I think this is the stage of the fight when Lowther really needs to start pushing home a bit more than he has. He's looked in the last few rounds just quietly to up the tempo, but now I think, you know, he needs to start trying to force this fight.
Takaloo throwing the punches up, but not landing with very many of them. Hitting gloves and arms a lot. It's another close round, this one.
You know, maybe Takaloo slightly the busier.
But again, caught by that right hand. That's something they need to look at in the gym after this fight. Could cost him dear if he's moved up even further in class. Just taking it to Lowther more in this round. He's stepped up the gas a little, Takaloo, give him credit for that, and there's a good right hand again. It's been a couple of those. He needed this round after 3, where Lowther had just outboxed him a bit. Punches landed so far. Takaloo 94, Lowther 112. That's a rough estimate from the computer. Lowther throwing a few more as well. Not too much being said in that corner at the moment.
No, Jim McDonald just tell him there saying you're in great shape. I think he's trying to G him up. And maybe he just feels.
Who's had fluctuating fortunes as a trainer. He's had some good nights, but there was that bad one I remember too with Scott Welch against Henry Akin one day in Nashville. You remember that?
Well, I tried to forget it, didn't I? Thanks for bringing it up again.
Maybe we can watch the video later.
I think not.
Here's round 9. Takaloo, good effort from him in that last round, particularly the last minute of it. He's just starting to ask some more serious questions of Lowther here. Can Lowther stay with him? Takaloo, the one with more of the support here. His fans have had less of a journey. Oh, good body punching that from Lowther. And I reckon he ought to look a little bit more towards those body shots, because I reckon he definitely shook Takaloo with one of those early on.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. I think this is where he needs to start forcing himself in the fight, start really trying to dig in those shots to the body. You'll see what the stamina and the heart of Takaloo is really like.
Good right hand from Lowther, well picked as well. It sent the sweat spraying from the head of Takaloo. For once he's got Takaloo nailed against the ropes. We haven't seen much of that.
Takaloo comes off trying to swing that big right hand. That's showing a bit of heart from Takaloo. Really Lowther should have tried to keep him in that corner.
But it's not his natural instinct, that is it? He's not naturally a pressure fighter.
Well, when the opportunity arises, you've got to try and do that. If you want to move to the next level in this game.
Yeah, Maybe there was just a little lack of devil about Lowther there, wasn't there?
Yeah, and that's needed in big fights. But he's doing well in this round, Lowther. He's landing the more solid of the punches.
Yeah. Hitting the gloves with 2 jabs, Takaloo. That's been a problem for him most of the way as well. Extra power, Takaloo. Superior skills, Lowther. That's Lowther for me. And I have it dead level.
Yep. I'm back there again. Dead level. Lowther, a better round for him, or the sharper, harder punches, but this is where he really needs to step it up. He needs a big, solid finish.
His wife Donna is expecting their 2nd child sometime soon, so he's got mouths to feed, James Lowther. This will be a big one if he can get it. It's on a knife edge, this fight.
Yes, it is. There's the body punch, but then he stepped back after that combination. He needed to keep the pressure on, I think. Needs a little bit more grit, determination, a bit more devil, Ian.
It's great effort from a man who lost 3 fights in a row against Jim Webb, Steve McCready and David Baptiste. He seemed to be going absolutely nowhere. So frankly did Takaloo a couple of years back. So they've done well to get to this level. And the winner can think about going even higher. 2 improvers meeting head-on here. And this result may well depend on what happens in these closing rounds. This is the 10th. Takaloo, the one with his back to you, remember. If you're still in need of the identification, I hope you're not by now.
Well, it's an often used phrase, but this is the stage in the fight where we got to see who wants it more.
See, some of these close rounds, I just wonder whether the judges might lean towards Takaloo as the one who's tried to take the fight to Lowther.
Yes, I think Lowther really does need a big round. He needs to force himself into this fight, a big way.
But for certain, it's been a cool, composed, clever display by Lowther. He's picking his shots, he's making Takaloo miss, he's blocking. And there's more accuracy from him. I think he knows what he's about in there, you know.
Yeah, he's worked well defensively throughout this fight, but it's whether the judges have spotted all that.
It is such a subjective business, as we've seen so many times before.
Takaloo throwing a few shots there, but nothing really getting through.
And Lowther still looks pretty fresh, too. It's the cleaner work from Lowther.
It's cleaner, but more of the work from Takaloo, or that's how it appears.
Gloves down and got caught, Takaloo. If you do that, you've got to have good reactions.
So again, the good defence from Lowther, Ian, but then he didn't press home his advantage. He didn't take up the opportunity.
Right hand, caught off balance with the glove down. Takaloo looking a bit swollen around the face as well. What's he doing there, Takaloo? Walking away across the ring, trying to buy some time. Lowther raises his fist to the crowd as if to say, that's my round. And frankly, I agree with him. I've got Lowther ahead for the first time now.
Yeah, I have as well. I just thought he did better in that round. It wasn't much in it, but then towards the end, Lowther picked his shots better defence, and then pressed home the advantage.
Well, you do feel for these fighters as well as we look back at the action from that round. They've come a long way. They both started when they were little boys. Takaloo, what was he doing there?
Silly mistake. Just having going on walkabouts. You can do that now and again if you're Naz, but you know, Takaloo's not there.
Looked bad as well. They're really believing it in that corner. Lowther, who first walked into the gym at the Hunslet Boys Club, connected to the Rugby League club up there when he was just 12 years old. Takaloo, it started for him when he was 10. He's from a family with 7 children, all of them sports mad. His brother was on Arsenal's books, one of his brothers anyway. Here's round 11, inside the final 6 minutes. Lowther's come back well from what looked an over-negative start.
Lowther in his own mind might think he's doing the better boxing and he's ahead, but he really needs to try and make sure of it more. He hasn't really had any big parts of rounds. You know, he just kept doing what he does, you know, throughout the fight.
It's one of those fights where in a few of the rounds you could take your pick. It's what sort of style you like better.
There's no one, I think, has really been boss in this fight, have they? No one stood out.
Big right to the body from Lowther.
Takaloo come back with his right hook and trying to get the uppercut on, but missed with that.
Oh, he's got him with the right hand there. Just lost his footing for a moment there. Lowther shakes his head at Takaloo as if to say not hurt, but he was a bit, I think, by that. Now that's a breakthrough for Takaloo. Can he build on it with some more meaty shots?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mistake he made there, Lowther, just neglecting his defences for a second. I think he shook his head a bit in frustration at getting hit with that punch.
Definitely his legs, just for a moment, stiffen. Very close fight, this. Really could go either way.
Hold him on now, Jimmy, let him have it. Come on.
Well, Takaloo has done more for me in this round. Been a bit busier.
Good effort from Takaloo, looking for a big right uppercut as well there. And it's caught again by that right hand as the bell goes to end the round. There wasn't a lot in it again, but maybe Glenn's right. Maybe Takaloo just did that bit more in that session in what was another close call. I've got it back level again with 3 minutes to go.
The same with you, and I think it is that close for me. It's all on this last round. Who does the most in this last round? Totally poised.
Lowther's landed more. Takaloo probably has landed with a bit more of the quality shots.
Well, it's just how you look.
Really.
You know, it's very hard to decipher because a lot of punches have been blocked and slipped in this fight. You know, they've both thrown a lot, but lots of them haven't landed.
Now Lowther here is caught by a right hand and his legs just went for a moment.
Neither one in this fight has really shown how much they want it. Will they in this round? Because this round could decide the fight.
I would have think both sets of cornermen will have sent their man out with the instructions, you've got to win this last round. So this could be a tear-up. Let's see. Glenn's got it level, I've got it level. Roy Francis, Ian John Lewis and Mark Green are scoring it at ringside. Big right hand from Takaloo, or did it hit the gloves? Couldn't tell because he had his back to me, Lowther. No, that's just a push. No knockdown. Takaloo's fans are on their feet on the far side. He's going for Lowther here. Takaloo, big finish. Maybe he's the one with that bit extra fire when it comes to it. Lowther here has got to maybe forget that cool, precise boxing and fight fire with fire.
Well, he has to if he wants to try and win this. It's no good just going back to the boxing. He's got to show that he wants this. That's what Takaloo's done in this round.
People on their feet on the far side. I think they're all the Takaloo fan club. Very animated. It's been a great start to the round by Takaloo, but he's caught by a right hand himself from Lowther. It's not been a classic, it won't go down in your greatest fights of all time, but it's always been absorbing this in its own way, and it's always been close too.
Well, we thought we might have got a round like this much earlier on, but they both had far too much respect for each other.
Maybe just a little frozen by the size of the fight for them. Maybe in this last round, Lowther just a little too much of the technician.
He's starting to try and pick it up as the round goes on, but he needs a big finish.
As Takaloo started the round so strongly, that was when the work that mattered in this round was done, I think, in the first 40 seconds of the round. Not much has happened since then. Lowther tries to get him with a right hand. They've both passed the stamina test for certain. Good right hand from Lowther. 20 seconds or so left. This is going to go to the judges by the look of things.
Lowther's trying to do a bit more as the round's gone on, but Takaloo's looked the one who's tried to grab it at the finish.
Little right hand from him. There goes the foul. And if Takaloo won that last round, maybe he just nicked it, but it's too close to call. How have the three judges seen it? We'll soon find out. A close fight between two very evenly matched boxers. Final statistics for this fight show that Lowther landed more and had a 1% better success rate. That's according to the computer, of course. Very unofficial figures. My scorecard, I have Takaloo the winner by 1 point.
Yep, I agree with you. Just a 1 point lead. I thought it was right down to the last round. Takaloo for me went out and showed he wanted it that bit more. And on my card, he's just nicked it. A good and absorbing fight, but 115, 114 to Takaloo.
But frankly, it doesn't matter what Glenn and I think. It matters what they think. Roy Francis, Ian John Lewis and Mark Green. So the scorecard's being collated. These are the guys involved in it. Mark Green and Ian John Lewis, two of the up-and-coming younger referees. The very experienced Roy Francis, you'll know, as a referee for one of the Tyson fights over here, among many other biggies. They're all wondering which way it's gone, and nobody's quite certain. Only Mike Goodall at the moment, and the supervisor, no. So a little moment of drama, and so much hanging on this for these two fighters in this crossroads fight for both of them. We're about to get the decision any moment when Mike Goodall's got his earpiece in. He has now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision. Judge Roy Francis scores the contest 116-114. Judge Mark Green scores the contest 116-114. Judge Ian John Lewis scores the contest 115-113. All three in favour of the winner, and still IBF Inter-Continental Light Middleweight Champion, Takaloo!
Takaloo keeps the title narrowly by 2 points on all of the cards, but it was a close-run thing for certain. His fans are happy, and he's such an enthusiastic and pleasant young man that you do feel pleased for him, but you also feel sorry for James Lowther. We'll have a word with Takaloo right after the break.
Sky Sports 1 from midday. It's Manchester United against Arsenal in the Premiership. Sky Sports 2 from 2, the Worthington League Cup final. Birmingham against Liverpool, and interactive coverage of this one beginning at 3 on Sky Sports Extra, and on Sky Sports 1 back there from 5:30 in Scotland, Celtic against Hibernian. Well done to Takaloo, who just about came through here tonight. He's speaking to Adam Smith.
Well, Takaloo, on paper, we all knew it was going to be a close fight. It couldn't have been any closer.
No, it was a close fight. I say he's an experienced pro. He was doing things I've never seen before, but I said with every fight I'm learning. Like a couple of times in the corners, I hurt him with a shot, and he come back and goes, come on, that's all you got. And it made me feel like I ain't hurting him.
You showed a great deal of respect for each other early on. You seemed to get the early advantage, but then he won a few rounds in the middle.
Well, the thing is, everyone goes to me, I'm a puncher. But once you showed I could box as well, like I said, I was trying to show people that I can box, use my jab and everything. So I said, you know, I don't make no excuses. In the gym, I done my elbow, but I said I was just using my jab, getting it back and learning from it.
Did you think you were winning going into the 10th, 11th and 12th rounds?
I knew it was close. Like I said, it just showed determination. I took the pace up. Jimmy said to me, come on, it's a close fight, let's take it out. And that's what makes a good fight, knowing they could take the pace up.
Well done tonight, Takaloo. It's all that running on Margate Beach.